Sup, you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about today, the first thing I'm just going to get out of the way to answer the people that have been spamming me. Yes, I did see the article this morning from The Verge that was dismissive and disrespectful to me. But it's not like this article was shocking to me. I mean, I don't think it was really even shocking to most of you. We've seen more and more over the past few months, the past few years, mainstream sites, mainstream brands taking shots at YouTubers that threaten the status quo. And I get it, it's a scary time for places like The Verge. There are these giant companies that employ people in the UK, San Francisco, New York, all over the place. And with all of that infrastructure, with all of those people working together as a team, busting their ass. According to Alexa.com estimates, The Verge received over 60 million views in the past 30 days, but we could even say that's 100 million. The estimates around their international numbers seem a little bit sketchy. Meanwhile, they see me, just some schmuck with an editor, in the past 30 days getting 37 million views. Their average time on site is supposed to be around 2 minutes. Ours is 8 minutes plus. I mean, that could make you feel like garbage if you're someone that looks more outward than inward. So we see this article written by The Verge where they classify me as just a tabloid, simply a gossip vlogger, writing the biggest differentiators of gossip channels are the hosts. Philip DeFranco tries to position himself as an objective, buttoned-up talk show host, even though his eponymous show is all about his take on the biggest names in YouTube drama. At this point, my question to the writer of this piece, Lizzie, is when you say that I'm talking about the biggest names on YouTube, are you talking about the videos where I talked about takedown pieces from The Verge and the Wall Street Journal and other places trying to take down PewDiePie? My videos where I detailed how places like The Verge misrepresented PewDiePie, places that went for bloody takedowns over facts and reality? Or were you referencing when I talk about YouTube news and changes to the website, which is the #2 website in the world? Or was it when I talked about YouTube and I exposed potential child abuse that was happening and it became national news? Also, Lizzie, I have to say, I love that you point out that people like myself, we don't have formal journalism training, and that is 100% true. But then in the article, you provide multiple examples of you seemingly not doing your homework on this story, which is one of the reasons that more and more people are coming to people like myself. You're right, and while many vloggers seem to have no interest in covering the world outside YouTube, DeFranco has recently started covering the Trump administration. And to that I ask, Lizzie, what is your definition of the word recently? I have talked about the Trump administration since it became a thing. One of the reasons my show has doubled and tripled in viewership is because we started talking about politics before the election. People don't know where to turn, and my breakdowns of what's happening with Trump or what's happening in politics, that has actually become some of my bread and butter. Also, this is so lazy, you write, DeFranco sits late night style on a couch as he comments, it's not what? I mean, there is a couch, but do you think I have the longest ass in the world? What? And also, it kind of bothers me that you put me in the same category as someone that has gotten child molestation accusations wrong. But ultimately, Lizzie, this thing that I have to say to you, and I hope you don't think that I'm speaking to you this way because you're a woman. I'm speaking to you this way because I think you're a stupid person who has a word-a-day calendar and somehow fell into a writing job. Please, please, please continue to write about YouTube and people like myself, because all it does is further validate people jumping on my boat. When more and more people see poorly researched bullshit takedown pieces, it just reminds them that you are soon to be the past. And individuals like myself that pride themselves on separating fact from fiction, that care about the conversation, or care about having something real, we currently are, and more will, look at you in the rear view. But with that said, enjoy this temporary traffic from people that have ad block on, and I'll probably see you around. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this part of the video was over. An update to this story. Forbes has named me in an article titled, How These Young Conservative YouTube Stars Are Making Bank by Embracing Trump and Bashing Feminism. Then pointing out that people like myself and PewDiePie, we were affected by the ad boycott. Then it started stabilizing, and quote, right-wing commentary, already a pesky enterprise for YouTube image-conscious clients, had never been more unattractive for advertisers. How could these accounts survive, let alone thrive, as they're claiming? There you have it. Philip DeFranco is a conservative, Trump-loving, right-wing commentary channel. This is why no one trusts these people anymore. And a question I want to pass off to you. When you see these things, do you think that this is part of a concerted effort to go after people like myself, or do you think it's just bad journalism? Or, I mean, I don't want to put everyone that's watching this video automatically on my side. I mean, do you think that they're right? Let me know your takeaway. But from that, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in Awesome, brought to you by the DeFranco 2024 shirt. A shirt that says, in 7 years, if things have actually gotten that bad, but there is also still technically a United States of America, I will vote for Philip DeFranco. It's kind of a joke, but also kind of not. So if you want to snag those shirts while you can, link to that down below. And the first bit of awesome is Planet of the Apps. I was very skeptical about this show. It's an Apple original. The first episode is free to anyone, so as long as you have iTunes, you can watch it. And the episodes after the pilot will only be available to people that are subscribed to Apple Music. Planet of the Apps is essentially Shark Tank and Beyond the Tank, but for apps. Kind of just smushed together in one show, and I don't know if it's just because Gary Vaynerchuk carries the thing, but I loved it, and I was genuinely surprised since this could have easily been a bullshit ripoff show. Then I just have to share this new video from Thrillist. It's more from the food series I talked about a week ago. This time they covered seafood in New York, and I have to say, as someone from the Bronx, I've never seen this part of New York. It's really interesting to me. Then, thanks to National Geographic, we got our first footage of Alex Honnold's rope-free climb up El Capitan. Awesome, but no, a million times no, that is horrifying. Then we got a new video from one of my top 5 YouTube channels of old. The channel is Djibouti Dubs. You may remember his dubbed videos of Billy Mays here. Just put out one for Scooby-Doo, and I just reminded me why I love this channel. And then, of course, I had to share Ed Sheeran on Carpool Karaoke. Come on. Sing! And if you want to see the full versions of everything I just shared, the secret link of the day, anything at all, links as always are in the description down below. And then let's talk about our Florida woman of the day, 35-year-old Rachel Leahy. Rachel, whose picture is about to make you go, oh, okay, that makes sense when you hear what she did. Rachel has just been sentenced to 20 years in prison for trying to get someone to kill her ex-husband, or, this is a big or here, kidnap her ex-husband, take him to another country, and sell him into sex slavery. She said that she wanted to do this because she wanted full custody of her children. She said she could pay for this once the life insurance policy came in, but luckily for the ex-husband, the would-be killer slash kidnapper mix sell you to slavery person, that turned out to be an undercover sheriff's detective. And then let's talk about drugs, and no, this is not going to be one of those marijuana videos. The numbers are still coming in, but it is looking like drug overdoses are now the #1 cause of deaths in the United States for people under 50. And like I said, while there's still numbers coming in, many experts say that it looks like since 2015, it's gotten even worse. In 2016, it's estimated between 59 and 65,000 people died of drug overdose. And to kind of give you an idea of how big of a deal this is, let me compare it. Guns in America, one of the most controversial, heavily debated topics out there. Annually, there are around 33,000 gun deaths. And that's the total. Once you start breaking it down, 2/3 of those are suicides, 1/3 are homicides. In the under 50-year-old category, it even beats cancer. And what we're seeing more and more from these deaths is they're tied heavily to 2 things. The first being heroin. Heroin by itself is giving gun homicides a run for its money. And of course, opioids, things like Oxycontin, Percocet. I mean, the rate that drug companies churn out meds like this, it's insane. I was looking at just Ohio, a state of over 11.6 million people between 2011 and 2015. 4 billion opioid pills were prescribed in Ohio alone. And this is a very American issue. Back in 2016, it was being reported that 80% of the opioid supply was being consumed in the United States. And the truly horrifying thing is that there's no simple solution to this problem. There needs to be more education on the topics of addiction, both for people and physicians. Politically, we need to have a bigger focus on the opioid epidemic, on the heroin problem, rather than having an attorney general like Sessions who thinks that marijuana is pretty much just as bad as heroin. That will forever boggle my mind. One of the biggest things, and maybe I can help here, is taking away the stigma and shame of this. If you are addicted or you're abusing opioids, please get help. There are estimates that 1 in 4 people who are prescribed this medication become addicted to it in some degree. It's also believed that around 90% of people who suffer from this addiction do not get help. For you or anyone else that cares about you, please try to get help here. Then let's talk about good old-fashioned crazy American politics. While what's pulling the biggest headlines right now as far as politics is James Comey and his testimony tomorrow, and we're going to talk about that, one of the biggest things today was the Senate Intelligence hearing. And the net result of this hearing did not have Democrats happy. We had Michael Rogers, the National Security Agency Director, and the National Intelligence Director, Dan Coats, answering questions, or rather, not answering questions. So the questions of, have you ever been asked to do something illegal? Have you ever been pressured by the president or the administration? They gave these responses.
In the 3+ years that I have been the director of the National Security Agency, to the best of my recollection, I have never been directed to do anything I believe to be illegal, immoral, unethical, or inappropriate. And to the best of my recollection, during that same period of service, I do not recall ever feeling pressured to do so.
And I have never been pressured. I have never felt pressure to intervene or interfere in any way and shaping intelligence in a political way or in relationship to an ongoing investigation.
But when the two were asked to describe their conversations with President Trump, they declined. It created this really weird, awkward moment.
Is there an invocation by the President of the United States of executive privilege? Is there or not?
Not that I'm aware of,
Then why are you not answering
because
our
I feel
questions?
it is inappropriate, Senator.
What you feel isn't relevant, Admiral. What you feel isn't the answer. The
stand
answer is,
accountable.
why are you not answering the questions? Is it an invocation of executive privilege? If there is, then let's know about it. If there isn't, answer the questions.
I stand by the comments I've made. I'm not interested in repeating myself, sir, and I don't mean that in a contentious way.
Well, I do mean it in a
Yes,
contentious
sir.
way. I don't understand why you're not answering our questions.
So yeah, with moments like that and answers like that, you can see why Democrats were not happy. Now, the even bigger story that we're seeing splash across headlines is that James Comey will be talking to the same group tomorrow. In advance to James Comey speaking to the Senate Intelligence Committee, they have released his opening statement. And it's interesting what parts of this opening statement certain outlets are deciding to cover, because there's information in this opening statement that seems to serve both sides. What you'll see from a lot of the left-leaning websites are reports that Trump asked Comey to let Flynn go, also asking for a loyalty pledge. That part of the statement reads, "A few moments later, the president said, 'I need loyalty. I expect loyalty.' I didn't move, speak, or change my facial expression in any way during the awkward silence that followed. We simply looked at each other in silence. The conversation then moved on, but he returned to the subject near the end of our dinner. That's when he said, 'I need loyalty.' I replied, 'You will get honesty from me.' He paused and then said, 'That's what I want. Honest loyalty.' I paused and then said, 'You will get that from me.' It is possible we understood the phrase honest loyalty differently, but I decided it wouldn't be productive to push it further. The term honest loyalty had helped end a very awkward conversation, and my explanations had made clear what he should expect." Then, regarding Michael Flynn, the now fired National Security Advisor, the statement reads, "The president then returned to the topic of Mike Flynn, saying he is a good guy and has been through a lot. He repeated that Flynn hadn't done anything wrong on his calls with the Russians, but had misled the vice president. He then said, 'I hope you can see your way clear to letting this go, to letting Flynn go. He is a good guy. I hope you can let this go.' I replied only that he is a good guy. In fact, I had a positive experience dealing with Mike Flynn when he was a colleague as a director of the Defense Intelligence Agency at the beginning of my term at FBI. I did not say I would let this go." So that's going to generate a lot of fire, but James Comey may not be the white knight that they are hoping he is going to be. There are a number of pieces of this statement that will likely benefit the president. In his statement, he talks about those unverified reports that BuzzFeed News decided to throw out into the world, calling it what it was, salacious and unverified. He also notes that Donald Trump was not under investigation personally. The statement reading, "Prior to the January 6th meeting, I discussed with the FBI's leadership team whether I should be prepared to assure President-elect Trump that we were not investigating him personally. That was true. We did not have an open counterintelligence case on him. We agreed I should do so if circumstances warranted. During our one-on-one meeting at Trump Tower, based on President-elect Trump's reaction to the briefing, and without him directly asking the question, I offered that assurance." He also notes that on a March 30th phone call, President Trump said he had nothing to do with Russia, had not been involved with hookers in Russia, and always assumed he was being recorded when in Russia. He asked what we could do to lift the cloud. I responded that we were investigating the matter as quickly as we could. He repeatedly told me we need to get the fact out. I did not tell the president that the FBI and Department of Justice had been reluctant to make public statements that we did not have an open case on President Trump for a number of reasons. And this wasn't actually the first time Donald Trump had asked this. According to Comey's statements, the first time was January 27th. The statement says, "President Trump said he was considering ordering me to investigate the alleged incident to prove it didn't happen. I replied that he should give that careful thought because it might create a narrative that we were investigating him personally, which we weren't, and because it was very difficult to prove a negative." And so that's where we're sitting with this right now. This is just the opening statement. What is going to happen during questioning? We have no idea. Already we can see that Comey seems to be more forthcoming with information, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that either side is going to get what they want out of Comey. But we will get that answer tomorrow and we'll update the story. Honestly, who knows what's going to happen, but that's where I'm going to end today's show. And of course, this is the Philip DeFranco Show. It's not just a show, it is a conversation. So if you have thoughts on this story, the first one, anything in between, leave those comments down below. And that's actually where I'm going to end today's show. And remember, if you liked this video, you like what I do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss these daily videos. And if you did miss yesterday's Philip DeFranco Show, you want to catch up on that, click or tap right there to watch. If you want to see today's brand new behind the scenes vlog, it showcases the future of what YouTube is capable of. Link to that there. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.